Pokemon!
Welcome. This is Pokemon Close Combat. Pokemon Close Combat is a fighting game with Pokemon, of course, much like Pokken Tournament, but way easier overall. It's how should I say it? It marks itself as a beginner-friendly, what do you call it, fighting game. And what you just saw is the image of me winning the story mode or arcade mode with my boy Primeape, like the best fighting type out there, including even better than Machamp. And I know it's hard when Machamp is like the best fighting type Pokemon, but Primeape is pretty good. What really is interesting and really made me like this is it's a simplistic overall. You have like 3 buttons maximum, and I'm just gonna show you training mode, not doing the path all over again with this. And it's the kind of game I would recommend people start getting into. Like, it is the kind of simplistic game where I think it would be a good idea to present somebody new to fighting games to something like this overall. Because it's not that hard. There are 3 buttons maximum. That's pretty cool. There are, of course, input. Where can I show you those? Let's see. Okay, there are inputs to this thing. So, you have to go fierce uppercut, special buttons, so on. But it's not as complicated as doing Zangief's whole spinneroonie thingy that he does in Street Fighter. So right now I'm just going to show you my boy. Pretty easy. I kind of like playing as Primeape. Again, I am a big Primeape fan. The fact that he got a new form in Scarlet and Violet really makes it interesting to me, because I really like him. And I really like Annihilate too. Ghost and fighting is not really something we see often. Now, one thing I have to say, since I have a bunch of practice with Primeape, is that Primeape is very rush down and very get into your face. He wants to be there because he doesn't have ranged options, so that kind of sucks for him. But that's just Primeape, and I think... Let's see something else. There's Blaziken. As you can see, there's like a pattern. Most of these are fighting types. The exclusion of Chestnut. Chestnut is interesting because Chestnut's grass and steel. It makes no sense, but he looks bulky enough to be a fighting type. And if you think about it, he is... I don't think there's like a fighting type starter in his generation in X and Y. No, because there's Fennekin and that's Fairy, and then Greninja's Dark. Greninja would have worked better, to be honest. But, you know, let's start with Blaziken. I didn't play Blaziken. I don't know how Blaziken works. Training mode, of course. And we're gonna go through them. Again, Primeape, I can't really say anything because Primeape is the best. Okay, Flame Kick, I guess that's what it was. Nice. So we have like a projectile. Are you more like Gaio? Yeah, seems to be. The range is interesting on him. Okay. Sky Uppercut, I guess that's what it was. Yeah, but I guess this thing can get spammed a lot. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, no problem. Uppercut. Let's see. I think there's also a way to grab, but I have no idea how to do that. Okay, nice. I activated Wobbuffet's fighting back mode. Nice. So overall, Blaziken feels interesting to me. I don't really know how to put it. Does he remind me of Zangief though? No, it's not Zangief he reminds me of. It's Sagat. Yeah, if I think about it, I think he reminds me of Sagat. With the knee, the uppercut, and of course he has a projectile. But then again, so do Ken and Ryu in Street Fighter, so. In fact, is it Sagat or can he? I mean, it shares the... what did I want to say? Sagat really is... I mean, Sagat really shares the same archetype with Ken and Ryu. So it makes sense. So Blaziken reminds me more of a Sagat, more of a Ken and Ryu, that type of character. Let's try Toxicroak. I like Toxicroak in Generation 4. Croc, whatever. This is an interesting one to me. Because I like it. The combination is pretty cool. You know, it's poison and fighting. And he looks cool. Got a poison bubble. That he spits. Okay, he spits. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Has a bunch of range options now, did you look at it? I mean, his kick isn't that bad. Nice. Ah. What I like very much about this game is that all the Pokemons really have a personality to them. They're all in some way funny and intriguing. There's no Pokemon that doesn't have personality to it. Just goes up. Like you saw there with Toxicroak just sitting on the ground. Come on. I pretty much like it. I think he's more like a zoner type, right? Seems like it, with all the range abilities you have. But the arc on that one, boy, that's gonna be weird to hit. But it creates a good anti-air if the opponent decides to bump. Just jump into poison. Okay, that's pretty cool. Really liking Toxicroak overall. I don't think there's anything I don't like when it comes to this. Is there? No, I don't think so. I think I liked everything until now. I did try a few of them out beforehand before I've done the whole arcade mode with the path with my boy Primeape. Is he showing him the bird? If that's... If you can consider that the bird, to be honest. Okay, always in defensive. Nice. That little projectile down there. That little throw. That's pretty interesting. See? Well, it has so much personality to it. I kind of like that about this game. It's all the personality these characters, these Pokemons have. And it really shows. And the fact that the game is just in demo is a really big shame. Now let's go with Beware. Not a fan of Beware overall, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I think Beware is gonna be more like a grappler, right? Come on, start. Okay, Beware. What? Great big hug, running bear hug, panda wheel. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Yeah, feels more like a grappler than anything else. Great big hug. Panda wheel. Whoop. Okay, this was... I'm not a fan of Beware overall. But I might just look into him into the future. That seemed very fun. I mean, as fun as fighting against grapplers really is at the end of the day, right? But it still felt a little bit fun. Like, ooh. And that's his forward thing. Basically what he gets you down. Once Beware gets you in a normal grab, that's a lot of damage. Oop. Like this thing, they made a way to cue for how it looks. Like, yeah, I get maybe that was the point of Beware to begin with. But he's way too cute for how intimidating he looks, right? That might just be me. Okay, so I'm really a fan of this one. Really great to have grapplers. But then again, I am the kind of person that likes playing King in Tekken 7. Or I like to play King, to be honest. Okay, let's see what else can we do. Heracross seems interesting. Heracross, the Pokemon that became good in like Generation 4. Oh no, I picked the path. No! Perfect. I didn't want to pick the path. I just want to train a little with them to see what each one of them do. How they act. Heracross. Oh, nice. Boom, boom, boom. Really a fan of that one. In a way... these the palm strikes and this thing, it reminds me a little of what's the name of the fat Japanese guy, of the sumo wrestler from Street Fighter? Honda. Yeah, it reminds me of Honda a little, which is interesting because, you know, you would expect that from like a Snorlax or something, not from a Heracross. But I think the inspiration is pretty good, even with Heracross. And Heracross looks kind of cute in this one. I like it. Pa-pa-pam. Like a fury of onslaughts from a bug like this. That's pretty cool. What can I say? No jump. No. Yeah, auto block. That should do. Okay. Oh, that's a nice throw. Let's see what we can do. With the hypers? No? Okay. So again, reminds me very much of Honda, and it's clear that the game has some what do you call them? Street Fighter influences, because Street Fighter is a very influential fighting game. Let's look at Mian Shao right now. Why not? Of course, training mode. I had a problem with Mian Shao in the past when I did the Primeape. Because Mian Shao has something that I hate. Look at this range. I hate this range. I think this is so unfair. You see that? So yeah, I think Mian Shao works more like a Kami-like character, which I have no problem. I used to like playing Kami. And Street Fighter 5 was it? Yeah, 5. So can't complain about that. But Mian Shao seems to be like a very fast character, very aerial in all its moves and so on. The extra range also helps with the speed, because you don't really need to be like Primeape right in front of them. You can just do that. You can do that. It's the long range that really helps. You can start from here and you just go and you get like what, 3 or 4 hits before, no, 4 hits, yeah, 4 hits before you're out of range to hit, and you have to get close again. But then you have this. You have a we have a very interesting gap closer with I guess this is B and left. So if I can just no, I'm just gonna reposition myself. Okay, that was, I don't know how I did that. Oh, okay, so up. It's basically up and A and B. Okay. Or in the case of my controller, X and O. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. It just sends a... Now, I say this is interesting because when you do the path, somebody mentions that his Mian Shao is trained with knives, but that's illegal in competitions, and this is one of Mian Shao's abilities, which is pretty cool. But I like how the little reference there. Yeah, so it's very fast character, very much into it, getting into their souls, you know, bam. And I like the mobility it has with that move. And again, the range also makes it impeccable, makes it very good, in fact. Yeah, I find a Mian Shao too. Again, I don't think there's anything that can... I don't think there's a character I dislike overall in this thing. No, not Mian Shao. Ah, I did it again. The problem is that this thing is in demo. It's kind of indie made, so it's gonna be, you know, very strict with its responses. For example, I'm using OBS to record this. I can just how do I get it? I can just have OBS. No, this is the second time this is happening. I hate it. I can have OBS on top of the game, and then I can just control the game and look at it through OBS, which shouldn't really be a thing. But it's whatever at this point. Come on, ABC to escape. Okay. We're gonna go solo. And we're gonna go with Chestnut. Chestnut's like the odd one out. As you can see on top, they do have things that are telling you their zone, their power, their rush, you know. I feel like, yeah, a rushdown character. Rushdown. More balance with rushdown scenes. Zoner, of course. power and endurance. Clearly a grappler. Anyway, let's go with Chesnaught. I want to see how this little boy plays. This steel type. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Now it has a cute Chespin on him, and you can give him berries. Okay, so this button, you give him berries and he just spits them in this case. Okay, interesting. And that's how he uses bullet seed. Interesting. Okay, that's a nice one. And boom, it comes with spikes. Let's see if I can make him... Oh no, the thing with the spikes is pretty cool. Because you can somehow lay hazards in the map. On the field, I guess. I'm not gonna complain about that. Overall, I think that's pretty cool. And you get a little buddy. Let's be honest, it's always good to have a little buddy. Nice. I can't think of a character it reminds me of from Street Fighter. But can't really complain. Jump back, walk forward. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we saw what the spikes do to him. There's a little bit of extra damage. To get the spikes, you have to just go back and so basically 2. That's kind of interesting because you can. It's very nice because you can use get some range out of Chespin and so on, but also have a proper solution. Where you see like a giant hit, and then you make a spike, boom, and it didn't get to the spike. I very much like that. Kind of like that. Again, I don't think there's a character I don't like when I think about this. Fairlinks. Fairlinks, yeah. Fairlinks was a Pokemon I got really interested in Sword and Shield. I really tried to make this little buddy work. It didn't work out that well overall, but it doesn't matter. I had fun with him. Fairlinks. What a bunch of tiny little dudes. Okay, so I can basically use them as a lance, excuse me. Lance. Or by going forward with them, they just it's a weird repositioning thing where they also do damage, and I kind of a little bit interesting. The last one in the row has like a band-aid on his head. Poor little thing. Okay, nice. Oh, and you can launch the last guy, the one with the bandage, to act like some sort of puppet in a way. I think he does damage once he gets in there, you know, once he gets stuck there. Here's the thing, I like this Pokemon, always did, but as a character it feels pretty weird. Though it has some nice parts. Put a little buddy there. And he's stuck there. I think I can make him come back. No? Interesting. No, I know. I think there's a way to make him come back. Okay, that was an interesting move. I had to see that again because oh, he's basically using them as a hammer. Okay, that's pretty cool. Huh? Okay. That's the hype. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, my favorite Pokemons never really seem to be as cool as they should be. And I find that's a shame, really, because Falinks is such a cool Pokemon. Let's go to Scrafty. Seems to be overall decent. Never was a big fan of Scrafty, to be honest. I was not a fan of those pants. Okay. So his second ability He's basically searching his pouch and can summon things. Oh, that's a very good one. That's a nice one to get some range. It would explain why. Yeah, I'm not sure about the. Oh, he just used a Scrafty. I think he did. Yep, he's using a Scrafty. Yeah, okay, the boxing glove, which is basically the second one in the pouch thing. That's a pretty good one. It makes up for the lack of range you have against the Mienshao, for example. It seems that I'm only able to hit the... What do you call it? The smoke bomb. But yeah, that thing is pretty good. It covers for the lack of range you might have against the Mienshao. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, what else does he have? Okay, a spike. A bowling ball. That seems pretty interesting. Okay, that was just some Looney Tunes type of deal right there. What else do you have here? This lightning strike. I think it's a light ball. No, what's after the light ball? Okay, a fireball, let's say that. And it's okay, I understand the thing that you can't be in your opponent's soul for the whole time. And that's why you get pushed back a little, so you basically don't do infinites. But it feels kind of weird that the lightning ball pushes you. Oh, I think that's ice cream sandwich. And I think that heals him. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's his block. Just raising his pants off. Not a fan of... I mean, it's not that I'm not a fan of that one. It's just a little bit weird. Oh my god, that's kind of cool. Well, let's see if I can do it again. I guess that's one way of making yourself aerial faster. Okay, overall, Scrafty is interesting. Not, You see, I kind of like all of them until now. But Scrafty is a little bit weird. And the randomness of the whole pack thing, not a fan of that one. But you also have to understand an important aspect. I'm very bad at fighting games. Incredibly so. So because of that, I'm not really the best judge and expert for this. I'm just a Pokemon fan that's having fun with a fighting game about Pokemons. Oh, Poliwrath, this is like one of my favorite water types out there. Okay. We got an uppercut, we got a bubble. Makes sense for a bubble, for a poly species. A proper good uppercut. A launcher, in fact, right? Yeah, should be. Oh, nice. That's nice. So basically, you can make a whirlpool and to drag your opponents in. And of course, double slap. A slide. Okay, nice. And if you push forward, it becomes a punch. If you push down, it's the slide or that thing. It's a karate chop. If you go backwards, it's a karate chop. Uppercut there, bubble, whirlpool. Interesting aerial with the bubble thing. Okay, nice. The bubble does nothing if you don't pop it. I mean, I guess it does damage if the opponent jumps into it. So that's pretty good. Nice. His dash is water-based. Oh, and his dash does damage. Nice, I like that. Okay, big fan of this one. So it's not all my favorites that get screwed over in one way or another, because while Falinks is not as good as he should be, Primeape and Poliwrath, pretty excellent. Now it's time to go with the Galarian Zapdos, the fighting type. I think this is like my favorite one of the three birds. You might see a theme here where like I like fighting types. But yeah, of the three Galarian birds, this is like the best one. Peck, 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 peck. This is like such a chicken thing to do, but then again, it is a KFC thing. Okay, load that. Okay, more of a kicker. Nice. Oh! So let's see. Backwards and oh, just starts running like this and doesn't stop. This can go on forever. Okay, if I go like this. Okay, up and zero creates this, and once it hits, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh no, it's down in zero. And it jumps pretty high if you let it. Okay. Pretty nice. Overall, I don't know what to think. The whole jumping aspect, I'm not a fan of. I like the way this goes and just goes on forever. The way he runs. This ability to run. I guess you can combo with some stuff, right? Let's see. Okay, and that repositions him in an interesting way. Okay. Interesting. So down is that, up just does that. The sick thing I kind of like when you have to do it towards your opponent. And it's a good way to get close in after you deal with the big things. Yeah, okay. Hi, nice. I get it. I deal with you. Kind of like you. The Great Tusk. I don't know much. No. In fact, I think I do know some stuff. I didn't get to use the Great Tusk in my Scarlet playthrough. I made the team. I got some of these Paradox Pokemon, but never really got to using them. Of course, plays as an elephant should. In fact, in my opinion, you get basically this type of punch, which yeah, makes sense. You're getting taken by the horns. You get slapped for that. Okay, nice strike. Let's see what this does. Okay, nice spin. Stomping Tantrum. Okay, nice spin again. Bigger Stomping Tantrum? I think that's what that was, right? Okay, nice charge there. Pretty good charge. I think it's way too big though. I think that's like one of the biggest problems I have with the Great Tusk. I think he's way too big. And if you have to deal with him in some weird way, you're gonna have to... I mean, no. Because he's big and his hitbox should be bigger too. But yeah, this spinning ability, you know, I'm digging it. I didn't dig it in the beginning, but now I am. And what's really funny and I like, it's that he basically fights like an elephant should in a fighting game. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see what else do we have. You know what, I should have gone with Medichan, but I kind of like Medichan too. Boy, that's a bunch of moves for Medichan. Let's go with Slitherwing. Slitherwing should be pretty cool. Okay, and this is another one I didn't get to use in a Pokemon game, but I did fight against it in the past, and it sucks. I think this is a little bit way too strong for my liking. Or maybe I'm just a fool, but let's see. Okay, Knight's Feast Stomp. A bite with the wings. Okay, nice. Okay, boom here. Fire here. More fire. More fire. Okay. May make sense. It is a Volcarona after all. An ancient Volcarona. So, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know why, but this feels way stronger than it should be. I'm being honest with you. And, I don't think that's like a bad thing overall in a game. Especially in a single player game to have a character that's stronger than others and so on. But online, I'm not sure. I mean, you know what? It might just be my opinion as a bad fighting game player that this character is strong. But I feel like it's a little bit better than than some of the others. In fact. Okay, I think that's it for this one. Now the. Oh, Tyrogue has something very interesting, and I'm not sure if I can show it. Training mode, sure. Wait, let me see if I can work something out. Game, timer, rounds. Okay. Tyrogue is interesting because Tyrogue has an evolution method. You know what? Tyrogue becomes Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, and Hitmonlee, depending on... You know what? I think for Tyrogue, I have to do something else. For Tyrogue, I have to choose Tyrogue and go into the path. And I'll show you something. Because you know how Tyrogue has this Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. A pretty cool intro, right? Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee and so on. Well, it evolves depending on what you use. If you use more punches, after you win a round, he becomes Hitmonchan. So I'm just going to show you that demonstration right now. If you use the equal number of punches and kicks, it becomes Hitmontop. And of course, more kicks means... Why? Oh! And more kicks means it becomes Hitmonlee. I don't know why that didn't happen. Okay, Primeape show up again. Why he's one of the coolest Pokemons out there. He should have evolved though by now. Or oh, I think in the event mode, Tyrogue just evolves and stays in that form that you get for him. So yeah, I'm trying to make him become Hitmonchan because it's one of my favorite Pokemons. So let's see. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off with this bullshit. You give me like the best Pokemon to fight in the beginning. I'm just gonna come back once I get the evolution. Come on. Pause it. Of course, OBS is acting like a bitch, but when isn't it, right? So I decided that a better idea would be to just show you the whole, what do you call it? To show you, wait, because I think I just, Okay, let me just do something else. I guess one of the better ideas would be to just show you in a versus mode, because the versus mode makes sense. You see up there we have punches and kicks, and it keeps track of them. So for example, if we do this, he seems to be ready for to wrestle there. So after that KO, he should now, after 4 punches, super effective, yeah. Yep, he evolves in Hitmontop. I don't know why. He should have just evolved into Hitmonchan. But overall, yeah, that's basically the mechanic. You build him up to what you want to get. Apparently, in the event mode, you have to... It's kind of weird because you're going to get stuck with that Pokemon that you're getting. So let's see. Let's get the rest of the transformations by just punching continuously. Unfortunately, I think the numbers go out when you have the hyper. Well, that's kind of weird. Of course he wins. Of course it's super effective. Nice. And he doesn't evolve. Okay, that... I understand Tyrogue less and less the more I play him. It's not because of the character, because he seems pretty decent, okay? But it's the lack of evolutions to it. You know what, let's pick another target. Yeah, sure. Because I had problems with this dude. So it seems the second fight didn't want to do anything. Okay, let's just get punches. So we're just gonna do all those punches, and he should turn now into Hitmonchan. There's like 4 punches to 2 kicks. That's Hitmonchan. And it's again Hitmontop. I don't understand how it works. Okay, so overall the transformation is a nice aspect. Pulling it off seems a little bit weird. And since I get only to experience Hitmontop, it's I can't really give a proper perspective to this. But Hitmontop is I'm willing to say it, pretty fun. Okay. Okay, so it might just be... Let's see what happens. We got a special punch in. We're just gonna win by a normal thing. He should now turn into Hitmonchan, right? Super effective. No. Apparently there's a threshold that he needs to hit before he evolves. Okay, I think Tyrogue needs to be better... how do you call it? I think he needs to be better made. Because in cases like that, he should be able to evolve. Let's just do this over and over a little. Or I don't think I'm going to do this more. I really want to experience... I really wanted to experience the rest of them. But if at... 4 kicks and 2 punches, he just becomes Hitmonchan. I have no like it's 7 kicks and 6 punches. No, it's 7 punches and 6 kicks, and it becomes Hitmonchan again. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I'm not really a fan of this whole thing, especially with how hard it is to become anything else. But really, in a weird way, it kind of exemplifies how hard really it is to get Tyrogue to be anything you want. Punch. Okay. You know what? Again, it exemplifies how hard it is to get Tyrogue to be anything you want. It's 6 with 6 again, for fuck's sakes! It's really annoying at this point how it acts like this. No, I don't want to play as Hitmontop. I'm just gonna do this a few more times, because I really want to see the rest of them. Oh, a golden... Okay, 7 kicks. That should be a Hitmonlee. If it transforms. If it doesn't transform, then it's just bullshit. Okay, finally, Hitmonlee. So Hitmonlee is, I've seen in the path. It's very aggressive, very long-ranged attacker. I would say it's, in my opinion, a little bit Oh, it's longer range than Mienshao, that's for sure. Though, and I think in the speed department he's not that bad overall. Hitmonlee. But yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, should I try to get... You know what, let's try and get Hitmonchan too. I think this is the way, just smashing with the special. But it really feels kind of stupid that no matter how many, if they're too close, it just turns into Hitmontop, and I don't like that. It should take note of what's like the highest. But anyway, here's my favorite Hitmonchan. Of course, basically basic puncher. And that wind up that you can see from a mile away, and you still won't be able to dodge it. Oh, nice. Very fast uppercut. Anyway, didn't get to experience with him that much because of the nature of this thing. But you know what? I think that's it for now for Tyrogue. Let's look at the Breloom. Seems to have less attacks than others. And Breloom is the type that I've also experienced in the past. And it's annoying. I think Breloom is like the proper zoner in my opinion. Why, you might ask? Well, I'm going to show you. We have this little thing. We plant a Shroomish. This. You know what that is? This is what I call, this is called Mega Drain. And this is one of those things you don't want to have to deal with in a fighting game. Mainly because you lose health and your opponent regains health. Regaining health is always something I wasn't really that big of into when it comes to fighting games. Because it basically destroys everything you've done. But that's the same problem I also have with card games. It just feels unfair in a way. If you understand what I mean. It's just like you work so hard to defeat your opponent, and then he just pulls this and he heals himself. But yeah, overall I think it's like he is like the proper zoner with putting Shroomish there. Look at that range. Look at that range. Like, it might just be as big as Hitmonlee's leg kicks. And the fact that he heals himself, not a big fan of that one, to be honest, boss. But overall, I feel like he is the proper zoner type character in this game. I think he's closer to... Was it Guile? I think it was Guile. Doesn't matter. The idea is that, yeah, he is a proper zoner, and with the heal, it's pretty annoying. But it makes sense that you would give Mega Drain to the grass type Pokemon, right? So yeah, that's Breloom for you. It's kind of nice, kind of awful to fight against. I wouldn't really like to play against this. His zone isn't that big. I think there are carriers with bigger zone than him. No, he seems to be the same with Poliwrath, and Poliwrath also. Yeah, Falinks has bigger zone than poor little Breloom here. Oh well. And finally, let's go and test out Medicham. Medicham seems to be has way more attacks from what we've seen so far. Weird dance there. Yeah, many Pura punches, Chakra Thrust, Psycho Cut, 3 Moon Blue Blow, Shushamana, Strike, Moxa Kick. Okay. Nice overhead kick. Okay, interesting punch. Overhead kick again. Okay. Nice combination of kicks. I'm not sure I can do any of these moves. Crushing Stomp, Axe Kick. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure I can get some of these in fact. Crescent kick. See? Doesn't... Okay. Let's try something else. Lead hook. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Okay, interesting. I think this would be... I think this is one of those characters that are going to be harder to master. Like, every fighting game has those characters that are a little bit more complex to master than others. And because of that, they're, you know, harder to get into. But it is interesting once you get them. It has like 3 aerial moves. Pretty interesting. How do I do the Psycho Shock? I'm curious though. Because that sounds like it's... I think that was the Pura Kick. No, many Pura Punches. Psycho Shock. But how do you do that one? I think you need hype for that one. This could use some better explanations overall. Okay. Yeah, this one's a little bit beating me up a little. Oh, and yeah, okay. Yeah, this one might be too hard for me. I like how at the end there, Medicham just turned into his mega form. Okay, so again, this one might be too much for me. I'm sorry, it's just the nature of the beast. But what else I want to show you is, you know what? Let's go with Tyrogue. Event mode. They have this. There's this mini game. It's called Togeball, where you have a Togedemaru and you're going to kick him around to get points. And I think this is one of another fun aspect. Look at this. This is basically a child's room. Let's see if I can beat myself. I know. Last time I did this with Galarian, what do you call it? Galarian Zapdos. Yeah, not doing that great. Oh no, remains to be seen. I got like 100 points with the Zapdos. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. I think the best option would be to become Hitmonlee. Let's see. I wonder if he transforms in this one. I don't know about that. 7 there. Of course, it's Hitmontop. Okay, pretty nice. Okay. Okay, that move was useless. It's very good to use it against opponents, but in Togeball, it's not that good. Oh, no, it worked. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, nice. Good. Oh, I got a pretty good combo there. I think I might be able to beat my score with Zapdos. I guess thank you, Hitmontop. Ah, that was nice. Kind of a fan of that one. Come on, Togebo. Come on, Togedemaru. 248. That's a pretty good one. I think it might be my high score. So overall, I would say, yeah, this is a very good game. It still needs improvements here, especially with Tyrogue, because his evolution thing really needs to be a little bit more worked out. But again, this is just a demo. And overall, I say it's a pretty good fighting game to get into if you're starting them out. because this is fun. This is enjoyable. It brings something unique and interesting. And again, it's a very beginner-friendly fighting game. It has its complex moments, more than likely. But overall, I really recommend it. I think if you have the option, go ahead and play this out. Enjoy your favorite fighting type Pokemons, including Chestnut, who's Steel type, Grass and Steel. And yeah, have fun with it. Because it is a very fun game.